Hey everyone, welcome to another one of our weekly chats. Today we're going to start off by talking about a new development with Twitter. They've just announced custom timelines,
Yes.
which is going to make for a much more interesting experience.
Yeah, and Twitter's really been on their game. I've been impressed with the moves they've been making over the last 6 months or so. But what this does, well, first of all, if you own Storify, you're pretty panicked right now because that's basically what they do. But this allows you to take threads and you can handpick tweets, or you can build on a hashtag or something else and put them in a separate timeline. So that's all you see, which is nice. You could kind of do this in TweetDeck already. But now you can take it out and you can embed it somewhere else, like a journalist's story or a brand website. And so, we've been all doing Twitter chats for, 6 years now, right? But they're really hard to follow. You see a tweet and then there's 100 tweets in the middle and then the answer comes. And now it won't be so hard to follow. So that's really, really interesting. And I think it goes back to this battle between Facebook and Twitter on who's going to own sort of social conversation in the moment.
Right. Yeah, if you ever would want to follow a conversation, you'd have to wait almost till it was done, and then you could maybe see a recap on some website where they took screenshots.
Right.
So.
Or they went to Storify and built it, right?
Yeah.
So now being able to do that, and the funny story that also happened this week was JP Morgan.
Yeah.
And they decided to do what they called a Twitter takeover. Why would a bank threaten to take over anything right now with the reputation they built since 2007?
Yeah.
That was an incredible story.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when you're kind of in your own bubble, you forget what the rest of the world thinks of you, and you think you can just have a normal conversation with people who you may have lost all their money, and
The houses are gone.
Yeah.
People get upset when you take their house.
Yeah.
Turns out.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's so much in social media that's technically possible now, and custom timelines make it technically possible now to do these stories and do these conversations in a better way. But you can't be tone deaf, and JP Morgan was remarkably tone deaf. And typically when people get in trouble in social, they don't think about how is it possible for other people to see what I'm about to say, and that's the real art of it.
Yeah, brands can get in trouble when they try to act like people. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's kind of it's a good way to interact with fans, but if they're not buying it, then it can be really, really bad for you.
It can be bad.
Yeah. Our next topic is I was frankly shocked, but Snapchat got an offer for $3 billion.
Billion.
With a B.
B.
And they turned it down because they think they can get more money.
Yeah. And it was an all-cash offer.
Yeah.
Not like we'll give you $3 billion in Facebook stock and we don't think Facebook stock's worth anything or whatever.
Yeah.
It was dollar bills, y'all.
Yeah.
It was cash.
For a little phone app that currently is not profitable.
No.
I just don't understand how you just don't take it and run.
Yeah, there's people who are saying, well, this is like Facebook turned down $1 billion from Yahoo, and it was a good idea.
Yeah.
But there's also Groupon, who turned down $6 billion from Amazon and would probably take this $3 billion cash in a heartbeat right now.
Yeah.
And no one's offering it. But what it makes me think as a marketer is ads are coming, monetization's coming. They're looking for our money because Tencent Holdings, the Chinese social media company, is apparently leading an investment round that will value Snapchat at $4 billion. So I think they felt they were undervalued at $3 billion. And so the only way it's worth anything is if you generate revenue, and you're going to generate revenue from us, from marketers. So keep an eye on Snapchat. We talked about this about last month at one point, the new monetization options that Snapchat's sort of testing. Well, that's where this is going.
Yeah.
And then the question becomes, do these teenagers and 23-year-olds who use Snapchat, do they tolerate it? Because it's a messaging app, so inserting advertising is going to be invasive. So, it's not just will we run ads. We'll run ads where there's an audience, but the audience can go. There's 100 messaging apps, so you can leave Snapchat in a second. There's no. It's much easier than leaving Facebook. You can easily move over to WhatsApp or or the app we talked about last week, the Chinese company's building.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, and I will be putting a link to that video at the end of this one. But that does it for this week. You can subscribe to our weekly emails at ignitesocialmedia.com, and you can follow us on Twitter at IgniteSMA.